Have you ever wondered about the ancient African kingdoms that once rivaled Egypt in power and grandeur? This is a question that is often asked by those who are entranced by history, who are captivated by the complex and endlessly fascinating story of human civilization. For many, the allure of history lies in its mystery, its secrets and forgotten tales that are waiting to be unveiled. If we dig deep enough, if we look through the right lens, history is like an open book filled with stories that take us back in time, providing us a glimpse of the world that once was. Today, we are going to turn the pages of that book, journeying back to a period in time when ancient civilizations dominated the landscape of Africa, far before the dawn of the modern world as we know it. The past is often shrouded myth, mystery, and misconception. Yet, it is also rich with facts, narratives, and legacies that can inspire us, educate us, and give us a deeper understanding of our present and future. Today, we turn our gaze towards the sands of time, towards a kingdom that was once the cradle of civilization, a beacon of culture, and a dominant power in the ancient world. This is the story of the Kingdom of Kush, a tale that deserves to be told and remembered. The Kingdom of Kush, an ancient African civilization, is a testament to the resilience, innovation, and sophistication of the early human societies. It is proof of how civilizations can rise from the dust, thrive amidst challenges, and leave behind a legacy that stands the test of time. In the annals of history, the Kingdom of Kush has often been overshadowed by its northern neighbor, Egypt. Yet it was a force to be reckoned with, a civilization that thrived in the heart of Africa, along the fertile banks of the mighty Nile River. For centuries, the Kushite kings ruled, their influence extending far and wide. Their reign was marked by strength, wisdom, and a deep understanding of the world around them. They built cities, erected monuments, and fostered a culture that celebrated art, literature, and the sciences. Their legacy was inscribed in stone and sand, in the ancient ruins and artifacts that have survived the ravages of time. Yet despite its glory and grandeur, the Kingdom of Kush remains shrouded in mystery. Its story is like a puzzle, with pieces scattered across the vast landscape of Africa and the pages of ancient texts. This forgotten kingdom, with its tales and traditions, is lost in the dust of time. Many of its stories remain untold, its history largely undocumented or misunderstood. But why should it remain so? Why should its history be tucked away in obscurity while others take center stage? There is much to learn from the Kingdom of Kush, much to admire and appreciate. Uncovering forgotten histories like that of Kush is not just about filling gaps in our knowledge. It's about understanding the breadth and diversity of human civilization. It's about recognizing that the narrative of history is vast and varied, filled with kingdoms and cultures that have shaped the world in ways we may not fully comprehend. The Kingdom of Kush, a testament to Africa's rich and diverse history, a history that goes beyond the popular narratives. It tells us about a time when African kingdoms were centers of power and civilization, contributing to the world in ways that continue to resonate even today. As we embark on this journey, we invite you to look beyond what is commonly known, to question, to explore, to discover. There are stories waiting to be told, histories waiting to be unearthed. These narratives are not just about the past, they are about the present and the future. They are about understanding our place in the world, about recognizing the significance of our shared history. Every story, every discovery, every piece of the puzzle adds to our collective understanding of the human experience. It widens our perspective, deepens our empathy, and ignites our curiosity. So let us journey together. Let us delve into the past and uncover the rich history of the ancient African kingdoms. Let us discover their stories, their achievements, their struggles, and their resilience. Let us learn from their wisdom and their mistakes, and let their legacy inspire us. Join us as we delve into the forgotten past and unravel the history of the Kingdom of Kush. The Kingdom of Kush was not born in isolation. It stemmed from a rich cultural and historical context. These underlying roots are essential to understand as they instilled in the Kushites a profound resilience and adaptability, which played a significant role in their progression from a colony to an influential civilization. Situated in what is now modern-day Sudan, the Kingdom of Kush was nestled between two dramatic landscapes. To the west sprawled the vast, unrelenting Sahara Desert, a realm of extremes, scorching heat by day and freezing cold by night. The desert's ever-shifting sands were a constant reminder of the capricious nature of life. Conversely, to the east flowed the life-giving Nile River, a symbol of constancy and abundance. Its annual floods brought fertility to the region, encouraging human settlement and agricultural development. In between these contrasting geographical features, Kush was a region of remarkable diversity. Its landscape was a mosaic of arid plains, rolling hills, verdant valleys, and rugged mountains. Each natural feature harbored unique ecosystems, hosting a wide variety of flora and fauna. The Kushites, masters of their environment, exploited these resources to build their economy and sustain their growing population. Their northern neighbor, Egypt, was just a stone's throw away, a mighty civilization that was quickly expanding its reach. This close proximity significantly influenced the early history of the interactions between these two regions were far from simple, characterized by a complex web of trade, conflict, and cultural exchange. Egypt, with its advanced civilization, was an irresistible magnet for the Kushites. They were drawn in by its grand architecture, intricate art, sophisticated language, and advanced technology. The allure of Egypt's material and intellectual wealth was too strong to resist. As a result, trade routes emerged between Kush and Egypt, facilitating the exchange of goods, ideas, and people. This interaction was not one-sided. The Kushites were not merely passive recipients of Egyptian influence, they were active participants in the exchange. They traded ivory, gold, ebony, and exotic animals, commodities highly valued in the Egyptian marketplace. By offering these prized items, Kush earned respect and recognition on the international stage. However, the relationship between Kush and Egypt was not solely about commerce. Cultural exchange was a significant component of their interaction. The Kushites absorbed elements of Egyptian culture, religion, and governance. They adopted Egyptian hieroglyphics, worshipped Egyptian gods, and incorporated Egyptian administrative practices into their political system. Yet they never lost sight of their unique traditions. Instead, they blended these foreign influences with their own customs to create a distinct Kushite. Origins of Kush can be traced back to around 2500 BC, during the Old Kingdom period of Egypt. At this time, Kush was not an independent entity, but a province under Egyptian control. Egyptians exploited Kush's abundant natural resources and used it as a buffer against their southern enemies. They imposed their laws, religion, and language on the Kushites, seeking to assimilate them into the Egyptian empire. But the people of Kush were not mere passive subjects of the Egyptian pharaohs. They were a people with a sense of pride and a strong spirit of independence. Although they were under Egyptian rule, they managed to maintain their distinct cultural identity. They continued to practice their customs and traditions, even as they adapted to the Egyptian way of life. These trials laid the foundation for the rise of a resilient and prosperous kingdom, one that was able to stand toe-to-toe with its powerful northern neighbor. The early beginnings of Kush as an Egyptian colony were undoubtedly challenging, but the Kushites learned, adapted, and grew. They transformed their society from a dependent province into a vibrant and influential civilization. They built grand cities, developed technologies, and established a robust economy. They forged alliances with neighboring regions, waged wars, and negotiated peace treaties. They created a distinct art style, a unique script, and a complex religious system. They nurtured a rich literary tradition, cultivated the arts, and advanced scientific knowledge. From these humble beginnings, Kush would rise to become a power to be reckoned with. This is the story of a civilization that, despite its challenges, managed to carve out its path and leave an indelible mark on the annals of history. The Kingdom of Kush stands as a testament to the resilience, adaptability, and ingenuity of its people. The Kingdom of Kush was not born in isolation. It stemmed from a rich cultural and historical context and rose to become a formidable empire, a shining beacon in the ancient world. With the fall of the Old Kingdom in Egypt, a new power began to emerge in the south. This was not a development that occurred overnight, nor was it something that had been predicted by the seers and soothsayers of the time. It was an event that unfolded over the course of many decades, perhaps even centuries. as the mighty Old Kingdom of Egypt started to show signs of strain and fracture. The fall of the Old Kingdom was not a sudden catastrophic event. Rather, it was a slow process, a gradual deterioration that was the result of a complex interplay of factors. Political instability, economic declines, and internal conflicts all played a role in this decline. The once mighty empire, which had stood strong for nearly 500 years, was crumbling. It was clear that the age of the Old Kingdom was coming to an end. As the Old Kingdom disintegrated, the Middle Kingdom of Egypt began to ascend. This was a new era, a time of renewal, of hope, and of promise. The period spanning from approximately 2040 to 1755 BCE was marked by a newfound sense of stability. After generations of turmoil and uncertainty, the Middle Kingdom represented a time of stability and prosperity. The Middle Kingdom was a golden age for Egypt. Art, architecture, and literature flourished, yielding some of the most enduring pieces of Egyptian culture. The people thrived under the rule of wise and benevolent pharaohs, and the influence of Egypt extended far beyond its borders. Reaching into the territories of a civilization known the same time, Kush was undergoing a transformation of its own. No longer the chaotic, disorganized collection of tribes that it once was, Kush was becoming a unified entity, a civilization with its own unique identity and culture. The Nubian chiefs of Kush recognized the power and stability of Egypt and took the decision to align themselves with this formidable neighbor. In doing so, Kush became a vassal state of Egypt, effectively surrendering its autonomy in exchange for protection and support. However, this was merely a temporary arrangement. The chiefs of Kush, men of vision and ambition, had grand plans for their civilization. They knew that if Kush was to become a powerful, independent entity, they would need to break free from Egyptian control. They believed that Kush had the potential to become a great kingdom, perhaps even surpassing Egypt in power and influence. Among these visionary leaders was a man named Kashta. A charismatic and dynamic figure, Kashta was a king with remarkable foresight and ambition. Under his rule, Kush began to assert its independence, gradually resisting Egyptian control and charting its own course. This was a difficult process, fraught with challenges and resistance. But Kush was slowly but surely shaking off the shackles of Egyptian dominance. Kashta and his successors worked tirelessly to consolidate their power, extending the influence of Kush beyond its original borders. They nurtured a distinctive culture, one that was very different from that of their northern neighbors. Through their efforts, Kush began to be recognized as a powerful and distinct entity, separate from Egypt. The leaders of Kush also recognized the power of religion as a unifying force. They positioned themselves as the true protectors of the Egyptian religion, thereby further distinguishing themselves from the rulers of the Middle Kingdom. They understood that religion was a potent tool, capable of evoking deep emotions and fostering a sense of loyalty and unity among their subjects. Indeed, the use of religion as a tool of statecraft was one of the most astute moves made by the Kushite kings. It not only solidified their rule, but also gave them high ground in the eyes of their subjects. It provided them with a sense of legitimacy, a crucial factor in maintaining control over their burgeoning kingdom. The rise of Kush was a gradual process, one that was driven by the ambitions of its kings and the resilience and hard work of its people. It took centuries of planning, strategizing, and executing to transform Kush from a vassal state to a powerful kingdom. This transformation was a testament to the indomitable spirit and determination of the people of Kush. Eventually, the time came for the Kingdom of Kush to step out of Egypt's shadow and shine in its own right. It was time for Kush to assert place in history, to make its mark on the world. This was the dawn of a new era, an era where Kush would rise to become one of the greatest civilizations in ancient Africa. This was its time to shine, its moment to make its mark on the annals of history. In a twist of fate, the rulers of Kush did not just rule their own kingdom, but they also became pharaohs of Egypt. This surprising shift in historical events was not a mere coincidence. It was a consequence of profound dynamics in the socio-political landscape of the ancient world. The beginning of this peculiar chapter in history was marked during the 25th dynasty, a significantly notable period in the extensive and complex timeline of ancient civilizations. The Kushite kings, not content with overseeing their own prosperous and affluent kingdom, yearned for more. This was a realm that was a testament to their administrative excellence and tactical prowess, a kingdom where the golden sun shone on vast fields rich with crops, where bustling markets were centers of trade and commerce, where the people led fulfilling and harmonious lives under the just rule of their kings. Yet, the Kushite rulers desired more. They aspired for greatness and control beyond their own borders. Their aspirations led them northward, towards the land of pyramids, sphinxes, and ever-shifting sands, Egypt, a land whose history was written by the gods themselves, a civilization so ancient and yet so advanced, it was the envy of the world. This was not a random choice. The Kushite kings had carefully studied the political landscape of Egypt and understood its inherent strengths and weaknesses. They planned meticulously, drawing on their knowledge of statecraft and military strategy. The Kushite kings who later became pharaohs of Egypt were known for their strong leadership, strategic acumen, and long-term vision. Unlike invaders who only sought to plunder and destroy, the Kushite kings had a more enlightened approach. They desired to unify and fortify. Their goal was not just to conquer, but to amalgamate. They envisioned a united kingdom where both Kush and Egypt would flourish, where prosperity would be shared, and where cultural exchanges would enrich both societies. They sought to create a period of stability and development, a time when both Kush and Egypt would thrive under their enlightened rule. And indeed, they succeeded. The reign of the Kushite pharaohs marked a golden era in the history of both Kush and Egypt. This was a time when the economy was robust, arts and culture thrived, and the kingdom expanded in influence and power. The cities were bustling with activity, the fields were productive, and the granaries were full. The people, both Kushites and Egyptians, lived in harmony and enjoyed the benefits of this prosperous era. One of the most prominent among these Kushite pharaohs was Taharqa. His reign was a high point in the history of the 25th dynasty. Taharqa was not only a powerful ruler, but also a great builder. He was known for his wisdom, his courage, and his vision. Under his rule, both Egypt and Kush witnessed a resurgence in monumental architecture. This was a testament to the prosperity and stability of his reign. Under Taharqa, the cities became grander, temples became grander, and the common people's lives became grander. The Kushite pharaohs were not just rulers, they were also cultural ambassadors. They played an instrumental role in the exchange and fusion of Kushite and Egyptian cultures. They brought with them the rich traditions of Kush and merged them with the ancient customs of Egypt. This cultural synthesis enriched both societies and left an indelible mark in the annals of history. The reign of these Kushite pharaohs was a remarkable chapter in the history of both Kush and Egypt. It was a unique period when the boundaries blurred and a new order emerged, an order where the rulers of a kingdom became the pharaohs of another. The Kushite pharaohs were a testament to the power and influence that the Kingdom of Kush had achieved. Their rule stands as a shining example of the potential for cultural exchange and mutual growth when societies merge under enlightened leadership. All great civilizations have their rise and fall, and the Kingdom of Kush was no exception. The narrative of the Kingdom of Kush, a significant ancient civilization, is one of eminence and dissolution, a tale of power and loss, and a story that spans centuries. The tale of its decline is complex and multifaceted, gradually unfolding over hundreds of years. The demise of this historic kingdom was a slow descent into oblivion, propelled by an intricate blend of external attacks and internal conflicts. The Kushite civilization, once a vibrant and thriving entity, found its prosperity gradually tarnished by the harsh realities of political instability and external aggression. The first significant blow to the kingdom's stability came from the formidable power rising in the east, the Assyrians. The assault of the Assyrians was not just a battle, it was a dramatic turning point in the narrative of the Kingdom of Kush, a milestone marking the beginning of its end. The of this invasion was profound and far-reaching, compelling the kingdom to relinquish its hold over Egypt and retreat. The kingdom was forced to withdraw further south into the heartland of Nubia. However, the trials of the Kushite kingdom weren't confined to external invasions. As it grappled with foreign threats, the kingdom found itself increasingly consumed by its own internal struggles. The Kingdom of Kush, with its once robust central authority, began to fracture. The powerful central authority that had held the kingdom together weakened, unraveling the unity that had once defined it. This weakening of the central authority gave way to factionalism. The kingdom fragmented into smaller, competing factions. This internal strife further eroded the power and influence of the kingdom, opening the door for its inevitable decline. The Kingdom of Kush, however, was not one to capitulate easily. Despite the continuous onslaught of external threats and internal discord, the kingdom managed to hold on for several more centuries. Its resilience was remarkable, a testament to the indomitable spirit of the Kushite people. However, by the 4th century AD, the mighty kingdom was in serious decline. The political and economic structures that had once stood strong were crumbling, signaling the impending demise of the kingdom. As the kingdom's structures crumbled, it found itself increasingly unable to resist the pressures from expanding empires on its borders. The final nail in the coffin of the Kingdom of Kush was hammered in by the rise of the Ethiopian Empire, also known as the Kingdom of Aksum. This rising power from the southeast gradually absorbed the territories of Kush, marking the final chapter of the kingdom's existence. By the 4th century AD, the Kingdom of Kush, which had once stretched from the southern edges of Egypt to the northern fringes of present-day Sudan, had been entirely swallowed up into the Ethiopian Empire. This marked the end of the Kingdom of Kush. After centuries of power, influence, and richness, the kingdom fell into the annals of history. Its glory days were over, and its name was to be remembered only in historical records and ancient tales. However, despite its fall, the Kingdom of Kush left behind an enduring legacy. The kingdom left behind monumental pyramids, a testament to its architectural prowess. It left behind intricate art, reflecting its cultural sophistication. The cultural influence of the kingdom extended far beyond its borders, leaving a lasting mark on the civilizations that followed. The Kingdom of Kush might have fallen, but its legacy lived on. It continued to inspire, to captivate, and to influence the course of history. The Kingdom of Kush might have fallen, but its legacy lived on. The Kingdom of Kush may have disappeared into the sands of time, but its legacy is still alive today. This ancient kingdom, found nestled in the heartland of Africa, south of the land of the pharaohs, left a resounding impression on the continent. Its influence was akin to the measured and thoughtful brushstrokes of an artist on canvas, shaping and coloring the landscape in distinct hues of influence and ideas. Over time, the wind and rain may have worn down the physical remnants of the Kingdom of Kush, but their echoes persist. Its cultural, architectural, and political legacy continues to reverberate across the vast African expanse, us of a glorious past. Set in the heart of Africa, Kush was a beacon of civilization. There it was, a shining jewel amidst the backdrop of a nascent world, radiating brightness and wisdom. It was no less than a vibrant center of culture and knowledge, playing a pivotal role in shaping the intellectual and artistic pursuits of the continent. Like a river flowing from a mighty mountain, its influence seeped into the surrounding regions, shaping and molding the cultural landscape of Africa, leaving an indelible mark on its identity. The Kingdom of Kush, in its prime, was a home to a thriving civilization. In the cultural sphere, the Kushites were renowned for their contributions to arts and sciences, propelling the intellectual pursuits of the continent forward. The influence of Kush was like a river that flowed and nourished the lands it touched, its wisdom, knowledge, and artistry seeping into the surrounding regions, weaving a complex tapestry of cultural interaction and exchange. The Kingdom of Kush was not just a center of knowledge and culture, but a repository of wisdom and progress. Its contributions to the world of language remain one of its most significant legacies. The Kushite language, a symbol of its cultural richness, played a substantial role in shaping the linguistic development of Africa. Even today, several modern African languages, particularly in Sudan, bear traces of this ancient Kushite tongue. Speaking these languages is akin to whispering echoes of an ancient time, reverberating across the centuries, threading the past to the present. The architectural prowess of the Kushites was nothing short of remarkable. They were master builders, their architectural achievements rivaling those of the Egyptians. They built grand temples, pyramids, and palaces, structures that, though standing in ruins today, still inspire awe and admiration. Their architectural style, characterized by a unique blend of indigenous and Egyptian elements, laid the groundwork for subsequent African architectural trends. These grand structures are relics of a past that shaped Africa's architectural styles, their ruins standing as silent reminders of a glorious past. The Kingdom of Kush was not just a beacon of culture and intellect, it was a nexus of power and politics. Its political system, marked by a strong central authority and a structured bureaucracy, set a precedent for future African states. Moreover, the Kushite tradition of matrilineal succession, where power was often passed through the female line, was a remarkable feature that still resonates in some African societies today. This serves as a reminder of the progressive nature of Kushite society, which recognized and respected the power of women in leadership roles. The Kingdom of Kush, despite its many accomplishments, was not without its challenges. Formidable adversaries and natural calamities threatened its existence. Yet, it stood firm, resisting and thriving amidst these adversities. The Kingdom of Kush was a formidable rival to Egypt, a testament to the power and potential of Africa. It weathered countless storms and overcame numerous obstacles, shining as a beacon of African strength, resilience, and ingenuity. Today, the legacy of the Kingdom of Kush lives on, not just in the historical records or in the ruins that dot Sudan's landscape, but in the very fabric of African society. It is a legacy that continues to shape and influence the continent's cultural, architectural, and political landscape. It stands as a silent testament to the enduring strength of Africa, a vibrant canvas of human achievement and resilience. The Kingdom of Kush, a forgotten kingdom that once rivaled Egypt, is a testament to the rich and diverse history. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes, the Kingdom of Kush has been rediscovered by modern archaeologists. In the world of archaeology, the Kingdom of Kush, nestled in the heart of North Africa, is considered an invaluable treasure trove, teeming with a wealth of untapped history. It's an archaeological goldmine waiting to be explored, promising to present us with a rich narrative that paints a vibrant picture of a civilization that was once lost but has now been found. Just like an intricately woven storybook, each layer of earth peeled back by the eager hands of archaeologists reveals a new chapter in the sprawling narrative of this remarkable civilization. It's a narrative that spans centuries, filled with tales of power, resilience, and innovation. Each layer excavated is akin to turning a new page, revealing more about this once-lost civilization to the world. In the early 20th century, the first significant archaeological expeditions, armed with shovels, brushes, and a burning curiosity, began to unravel the enigmatic secrets of Kush. Among the dusty ruins, broken pottery, and ancient relics that lay dormant in the heart of the desert, a picture of a powerful and sophisticated society began to emerge. Each discovery peeling back another layer of mystery, taking us one step closer to understanding this remarkable civilization. Yet, despite the promise of these initial discoveries, the exploration of Kush was fraught with formidable challenges. The harsh, unrelenting desert conditions proved to be a formidable adversary. The relentless sun, the swirling sands, and the scarcity of resources presented a daunting challenge. The political instability of the region was a constant hurdle, threatening to derail the expeditions at any moment. But for these intrepid archaeologists, these challenges were not deterrents but fuel that ignited their passion. They saw each challenge as an opportunity, a stepping stone to the next great discovery. With each challenge, each hurdle overcome, came the thrill of discovery. Each artifact unearthed, each monument excavated, each inscription painstakingly deciphered, added a new piece to the jigsaw puzzle that is the Kingdom of Kush. It was a puzzle that had been scattered by the sands of time, and now, piece by piece, it was being patiently assembled by the dedicated hands of these archaeologists. The remnants of grand temples and palaces, worn by time and weather, whisper tales of the architectural prowess of the Kushites. Their imposing structures, intricate designs, and complex engineering techniques are a testament to their advanced knowledge and skill. Intricate jewelry, delicately crafted pottery, and finely woven textiles testify to their refined craftsmanship and artistic sensibility. Their artistry was not limited to the physical realm, but extended into the realm of the abstract and the spiritual. The inscriptions on the walls of tombs and temples, carved with painstaking precision, offer a glimpse into their complex social and religious systems. They tell tales of a society that valued order and harmony, of a civilization that held its gods and goddesses in high regard, of a people deeply rooted in their beliefs and traditions. One of the most remarkable discoveries was the city of Meroe. This city, once a vibrant metropolis and the capital of the Kingdom of Kush, was found brimming with pyramids, temples, and palaces. The discovery of Meroe, with its royal cemeteries, vast libraries, and richly decorated tombs, has provided invaluable insights into the lives of the Kushite kings and queens, into the heart of their civilization. The rediscovery of Kush is not just about unearthing artifacts and monuments. It's about peeling back the layers of time, about redefining our understanding of history, about recognizing the achievements of a civilization that was, until recently, largely overlooked. It's about bringing to light a civilization that has much to teach us about resilience, innovation, and the indomitable spirit of humanity. The Kingdom of Kush, once lost in the sands of time, is now reclaiming its rightful place in the annals of history. Each new discovery, each artifact unearthed, each inscription deciphered, brings us closer to understanding the grandeur of the Kingdom of Kush, its cultural legacy, and its place in history. The Kingdom of Kush, once shrouded in mystery, is now revealing itself to the world, rising from the ashes like a phoenix, reclaiming its place in the annals of history. As we reflect on the history of the Kingdom of Kush, we are reminded of the richness of African history. This ancient civilization, tucked away in the heart of Africa, along the fertile banks of the Nile River, stands as a monumental testament to the greatness that humanity can achieve. It stands as a beacon of culture, a symbol of unprecedented innovation, and a towering figure of power. The Kingdom of Kush, shrouded in the cloak of antiquity, has long been a source of fascination and intrigue for historians, scholars, and lovers of history. It is an expanse that has been shrouded in mystery, its ancient hidden beneath layers of time and the dust of forgotten ages. This kingdom, established nearly 3,000 years ago, was the epitome of grandeur, a shining example of what civilizations can achieve when they harness their potential and direct their energies towards growth and development. This was an empire that expanded its influence across the vast expanse of the African continent and even beyond its borders. Its location, nestled along the fertile banks of the Nile, meant that the Kingdom of Kush was a land of abundance. The Nile provided the people of Kush with water for irrigation, fertile soil for agriculture, and a means of transportation that facilitated trade with neighboring regions. The Kingdom of Kush was not just a political and economic powerhouse. It was a vibrant hub of cultural and intellectual activity. Its inhabitants, the Kushites, were for their skills in architecture, their innovative agricultural techniques, and their distinctive art forms. These cultural contributions have left an indelible mark on the tapestry of human civilization. Studying the Kingdom of Kush is more than just an academic exercise. It is a voyage into the past, a journey of discovery that brings to light the depth and diversity of African history that is often overlooked in the narrative of the global past. This exploration allows us to appreciate the continent's contributions to the world, from architecture to governance, revealing a vibrant, complex tapestry of human experience. In its rise and fall, we see the timeless lessons of ambition, resilience, innovation, adaptation, and the impermanence of rise of the Kingdom of Kush was nothing short of remarkable. It was a testament to human ambition, resilience, and innovation. The Kushites harnessed the resources at their disposal, overcame challenges, and turned a once obscure kingdom into a formidable empire. The fall of the Kingdom of Kush, on the other hand, was a stark reminder of the transience of power and the inevitability of change. It underscores the importance of adaptation, the need for societies to evolve in response to shifting circumstances. This is a lesson that remains as relevant today as it was thousands of years ago. As we navigate through the uncertainties of our present age, the Kingdom of Kush serves as a reminder of the importance of resilience, innovation, and adaptation in the face of change. Through the study of the Kingdom of Kush, we are encouraged to question, to learn, and to grow. We are compelled to delve deeper, to seek out the stories that have been left untold, and to challenge the narratives that have been taken for granted, We are inspired to broaden our understanding of the world and our place in it. We are urged to look beyond the confines of our own experiences and to recognize the interconnectedness of human societies. In doing so, we are able to trace the threads that link us across time and space, gaining a deeper understanding of our collective humanity. Even today, the Kingdom of Kush continues to inspire and intrigue us. Its history, its achievements, and its legacy serve as a reminder of the richness and depth of African history. It is a shining star in the constellation of African civilization, a testament to grandeur of what humanity can achieve. As we reflect on the history of the Kingdom of Kush, we are reminded of the richness of African history. The Kingdom of Kush, a shining star in the constellation of African history, continues to inspire and intrigue us even today.